In today's videos for all you new YouTubers out there, I've helped out over 100 new YouTubers over the past year, and I've noticed a common set of problems that every new YouTuber runs into. These are things that if you address from the get-go, you will level up very fast. What's up, y'all? It's Joe Master Lee here. I'm all about helping you turn your passion into a business. All right, first up, I see that a lot of new YouTubers just simply ramble on and on in their videos. In other words, they're just talking from the top of their head. Even with vlogs, just talking into the camera and saying what's on top of your mind, it's easy to just start rambling. Perhaps you do this in real life, or perhaps there's just a bit of nervousness in terms of being in front of the camera. And there's an easy way to remedy this, and that is to simply create an outline. Now, I can tell you, a lot of the top YouTubers out there actually follow a script, especially the ones that sit in front of a camera, that do product reviews, things that require you to move along and try to cover very specific points. But I would say even for those who simply do vlogs, they have a general set of guidelines that they know they want to cover in their video. And the whole point of this is to make sure that they don't miss anything. And second, they want to be able to say the exact thing that they want to say once and move on. The beauty of YouTube is that even if you do ramble, you can fix some of that stuff in post-production. So as you're going through and editing your videos, if you notice that you're saying the same thing more than once, even though you're saying it in a slightly different way, just cut it out. It's not worth the padding, mainly because most people start to tune out once you start to repeat yourself. Now, piggybacking on that, my bonus tip is that you can actually even take that list one step further and structure it as a top list, like what I'm doing right now, a top list for new YouTubers. What this does is help improve your watch time because people are curious about the next thing that you're going to bring up. They know what's coming. It adds a sense of security for these viewers that you will get to these points, which eases the concern that this YouTuber might ramble.
You can do this.
All right. The next tip I got is this. You might have heard that the camera adds 10 pounds to you, makes you look a little bit wider. That's why, my sexy beast image is a little bit
thicker on screen.
Well, the camera also makes you realize how your natural speaking voice oftentimes isn't projected enough in front of the video. That's why when you watch a lot of new YouTubers, they come across as someone who's bored or unenthusiastic, or you can't quite hear them. So what you have to do is learn to adapt to a speaking style that projects a little bit more so the microphone can pick it up a little bit more. And second, you have to make sure you have to bring your high energy self. Now, I'm not saying go drink 10 cans of soda, although sometimes when Lulu and I do reaction videos, we'll actually drink a cup of coffee ahead of time because it adds that energy for that type of video.
Let's go! Oh my God, I want to be in that car!
It's going to take a little bit of tweaking for you to get that level just right. And for me, I think it took about 20 to 30 videos before I felt like, you know what? I went a little bit overboard here. It feels very fake to, oh man, I feel like I just woke up from a long slumber, not enough energy. You're going to have to continue tweaking. As long as you're keeping an eye on it, it will naturally come to you. The next bit of advice I give here is focus on content, not the gear. It's easy to get enticed to thinking that you need better gear in order to make better videos. And yes, having a good microphone, having a good camera will absolutely improve the quality of the audio and visual. But I can tell you right now, the biggest problem most new YouTubers have isn't about that gear. It is absolutely about the kind of quality of content that they're putting out. I'm not talking about quality from audio-visual perspective. I'm talking about whether or not that content is interesting to people, right? If you're rambling a lot, if you don't get to the point, if you don't have a big payoff, if you don't tell a compelling story, these are the kind of things that are actually hard for a viewer to articulate to you to say like, I'm not feeling it. They're just going to say like, it's not good quality. But more often than not, they're talking about the kind of thing you're trying to sell and the value you're giving them as a YouTuber. So focus much more on that, the value you're giving your viewers. This tip I'm giving you right now, I swear is like 100% of all new YouTubers. I don't think I've seen one new YouTuber who doesn't have this nailed down, and that is having a great thumbnail. And I can understand that. Most people who want to become YouTubers are thinking about the video. They're not thinking about an image that they have to cobble together, because when you think about it, it's really nothing more than just an ad. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun to work on. So most people will just take something, screen grab from the video, post it up. Maybe they'll add a caption or something like that with a really ugly font, and everything's just low light level and it looks grainy. It just doesn't look good. I honestly spent about a good hour each time on my thumbnails for each of my videos. And here's the reason why. It's simple. It doubles my views. I've been able to test this again and again, and by constantly improving my thumbnails, I get double the amount of click-through rates. Huge difference. So I have some videos about how to do thumbnails, so make sure you subscribe, and I'm definitely going to go into the techniques I use specifically in the future. But a quick tip on that for me is just take a picture. You could even just use your phone, get into great lighting, take a picture, use one of those apps out there that can apply a really nice filter onto that picture, use bold, beautiful fonts, and
Booyah.
I tell you, that's gonna make a world of difference right there. And the final tip that I have for you, don't worry about trying to get all of this right up front. The point is to make one video at a time, and with each successive video, you're gonna fix one thing at a time. You will get there, I promise you. And if you use my techniques, I'm constantly looking for like one thing at a time I can improve. Something very tangible, something very specific, right? Whether it's I should change the way I say things because I like to say the word like a lot.
So he's so cute to watch, like when he's moving, you know, like this is music video. Of course, you gotta have to like act, right? But I can tell like how he's like doing this, like, you know, like the note and forget about like acting and stuff like that.
Boom, fix that. Or lighting is a little bit low. I'm just gonna buy a table light here to put it here. Boom, next thing's fixed. These kind of incremental changes will start to have huge impact for you. And when you look back on your videos, even in just a month, you're gonna see big differences. All right, y'all, I hope these tips are very helpful for all you new YouTubers. They're also very useful even for experienced YouTubers, just to kind of remember the key tenets of how to be a good YouTuber. Thank you all for watching, and a peace out.
Don't forget to subscribe.